The Bible says the Jews are black. You understand?
A nation of priests.
They ain't gonna never read you that.
But what happened?
They ain't gonna tell you that the Jews are so-called black people.
This book of the law of the Lord is only for the
It's only a matter of time
only for us. It was given to us
before the remnant of Israel
That's our
wakes
Lord.
up.
That's right. That's our big brother. That's the one that's coming back
we
for
ride.
us. Back for us.
We come from a bloodline of priests, sold into captivity. Father, break these chains off me, make me free. In time, ambition, 2024 AD. Live from the belly of the beast, Babylon. Should we stay, should we flee? In time's ambition.
Shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
Hey, back at it again with another Thankful Thursday. This is the Folly Day edition, right?
Right.
Folly Day edition. Then we up there gonna give a little touch and go on the Thanksgiving myth that America tries to tell the people as everybody's out celebrating, eating food, all in the name of the genocide of our Native American brothers and sisters.
Right.
Yeah, so we wanna give this lesson in the spirit of our that we love our people.
Right.
We love our brothers and sisters that are Native American, indigenous, those of Native and Negro descent. Because there are different. There's a different tell on everything about who the natives are. We have some people that's like, oh, all black people are native to the land. When we know that when you read through Ezra tells you that the tribes were sent over after they left the Assyrian captivity, that they went to a land that no man had ever been to before.
Right.
Okay. So, and we believe those to be our people, along with those that were through the transatlantic slave trade and how there were so-called Negroes or blacks in the black Jews of Portugal and Spain that also took part of that transition in between, back and forth.
Right.
So we stand in solidarity with our brothers and sisters. We don't celebrate this holiday, what we call folly days. We don't do that. We don't celebrate the folly day. We keep the commandments, and we can't find that in the commandments to keep a Thanksgiving. But the Lord did tell us to give Thanksgiving, right? Like
Right.
the word does tell us that we're supposed to give Thanksgiving for our food and stuff like that. But that's something you do every day. That's
Right.
not just something you do just once a year.
Right.
So we're gonna bring out like the true what they call the history, and then we're gonna give you a take from another source that shows how it really went down and why they really like it and why we really celebrate these things.
Right.
And before we kick anything off, I'd like to give all praise and honor to Yahweh by Shem HaMashiach Yahweh Shai, giving our thanks to the Heavenly Father in the name of His Son Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ.
That's right.
You had anything you wanted to say on that, Officer Yaden?
I'm glad we are getting to talk about this. It definitely needs to be talked about, even though everybody probably already had their Thanksgiving or whatever. But we still need to cover it, And this, I do want to bring out a precept real quick, if
All
that's
right.
cool.
No, you good?
Uh,
Okay, why you bringing that up? Shalom, brother Frank. Shalom.
Real quick, Ecclesiastes 7:7.
Mm-hmm. I got you. This is Ecclesiastes 7 and verse 7. It says, "Surely oppression." Salakia. I'm in the ESV. Salak. I'm in the ESV. Let's see here. This is Ecclesiastes 7 and verse 7. In the KJV, it says, "Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart."
Huh. So yeah, this should make you mad that people are celebrating the killing of the indigenous people. Right? It should
Mhm.
make you mad that Christopher Columbus came over and did all those things for our people. We shouldn't
Mm.
just, skip over it and say, you know what, let's just give thanks. And like you said, we can give thanks any day. We don't have to wait till November 27th, right? You should be giving
Right,
thanks every day anyway. So, yeah, I just wanted to point that
right.
out.
Yeah, because a lot like that's a good precept because we've been given these things because the oppression of our people makes drives us crazy because we don't see how we see other people celebrating this, but we know as we grew up through ignorance, we were taught, hey, it's just about coming together. The pilgrims actually, Thanksgiving, the first Thanksgiving was them coming together and making a peace treaty and all this wonderful stuff.
Mm,
They're showing that we can come together. But we know now that's not how it really went down. And we're gonna bring that out to you so that it makes you think. Because we can tell you you shouldn't be celebrating this, but you have to be convinced in your own mind. Like it's actually I'm gonna bring that out real quick. Like it's let me see. Let me get that up real quick. I'm gonna bring that verse out. Because you've gotta be convinced to actually do that. You don't want to keep these what they're called holidays. You don't want to just well, the brothers that treat the righteousness told me not to. They told me not to do it.
Mm,
You've got to be convinced in your own mind, like it's that you shouldn't be doing it.
right.
Yeah,
right.
I'm gonna put that away for right now, because it's the lesson's more important to bring out. Like you got to be convinced in your own mind that we're gonna keep these laws, statutes, commandments. People out here keeping the world's folly days, but they don't want to keep the Lord's holy days because the law's
Mm,
been done away with, and Christ came out with two. He only has two commandments for you. You gotta love God with all your heart, and gotta love your neighbor as yourself. That's it. That's all you gotta do. You don't have to all those other things. That's a part of ceremonial laws that are done away with,
mm,
because they're a shadow of things to come. So we don't have to worry about that yet. Like I don't know how you really buy into that, but it's packaged up pretty. The pastor got the music playing, got the organ playing in the background while he's saying it. Like it's that you ain't gotta worry about the law.
mm,
Like it's you just gotta love your neighbor and love God and that and love fulfills all the law. So if you just love, you don't have to worry about keeping the feast days, wearing fringes. You ain't got to do none of that.
all right.
You just got to love everybody. Christ said, love your enemy. You got to turn a cheek.
Mm,
But there's no wisdom behind that teaching if you teach it out of context.
right, right,
There's no wisdom behind that if you teach it out of context. And
right.
we're gonna look at things of the world where they try to pull the blinders over us. And now that we got we're in the information age. All you got to do is to find out something, just type it into a search engine. Go to Google, Bing, shoot, ask Chat GPT. Well, look, the information is readily available just like that.
Yeah.
But people will allow themselves to stay ignorant of the fact of the true understanding because they like to be comfortable.
Mm. They don't want to
People,
change. That's what it
yep,
is.
that's what that's my motto right there. The people don't want to hear what you say about the Bible because they don't want to change.
Right.
They're comfortable. Like it's to that second part of the verse, like it's and a gift destroys the heart. He's giving them look, you got a day off. Some
Mm,
jobs give you like oh, here's a ham. Like we got some coupons for some hams. You go pick up ham. Like is you can pick up all kinds of stuff. Like is and we give you a day off. Like kids, why not just celebrate it and have a good time with your family? Like kids, that's how they sell it. They package it up real pretty. But tonight we're gonna learn the truth about it. We're gonna learn the truth about Thanksgiving. And then you have to be convinced in your own mind and have your own conscience seared with a hot iron, if you're gonna keep it or not.
All right.
All right. You had anything?
No.
Get that thing popping, man. All praise
Yeah,
to the God,
Oh
man.
yeah. We
look at
should.
that. Look, you're cheap in the background.
Yeah.
We
You're
ready
cheap
for
back
tonight.
there.
Thanksgiving. Come on, man.
Yeah. Maybe I should have done that. Maybe that should have been the title.
Thanks
It's
to
killing.
Yeah, Thanksgiving.
Yeah, but we're gonna get this thing popping off. I'm gonna give you the briefest video that I could find on how they what they call Thanksgiving, history of Thanksgiving. And I got it from nowhere else but their beloved history.com.
Right.
Got it. Got it from their beloved history.com. Like it's got it, that banner down below so you can see like it's fair use, right?
right.
We're gonna add that station. I want y'all
Oh,
to
yeah.
check this out.
To most Americans, the Pilgrims of Plymouth, Massachusetts are the iconic inspiration for today's Thanksgiving feast.
There we go.
After the winter of 1620 killed almost half of their people, the colonists formed a relationship with the neighboring Wampanoag tribe, who taught them about fishing, planting. By autumn of 1621, the colonists had collected enough food to feed the community through the coming winter. The Wampanoags joined the colonists for a 3-day feast in honor of their bounty. The feast probably did not include our modern Thanksgiving staple, turkey. More likely, the colonists and Wampanoags dined on roast goose, along with corn, codfish, and lobster. This 1621 harvest meal is now commonly thought of as the first Thanksgiving. Yet for later generations of colonists, New England days of Thanksgiving had little to do with the 1621 harvest festival. Theirs was a religious holiday, descended from Puritan days of fasting, prayer, and giving thanks to God. Every autumn, the governor of each colony would declare days of thanksgiving for bountiful harvests, victorious battles, or drought-ending rains.
I want you to remember that. I had to stop at right there. They said that it really started in like 1620s with the 1621 and the peace treaty with the Wampanoags tribe, but later on it changed, right? It said it changed to a spiritual thing about with the church in from the Puritan days, right?
Right.
That's where they said it came from. And then they said after that, but then it was to pray and thank them for the bounty, and then also thank for the battles that they fought and won.
Mm.
Now that's going to be important next. That's going to be important going into the next portion that I'm going to go into. So I'm going to finish this out so y'all can see that they were giving thanks for the food, the battles they won. Those are the things which, as you know, the people taught them how to do all of that. They just said it. They taught them. They made a treaty. They showed them how to hunt, fish, plant. All of that came from the people. The kindness of the people's heart. They saw people struggling, and they said, you know what? We're gonna help you out. We're gonna help y'all out.
Right.
We're gonna try to be peaceful with you.
Mm.
A lot of that's how we kind of are now. We try to be at peace with everybody, right?
Right.
Right.
We want to be peaceful, help them out, do all kinds of things, but as history shows it, every time we do something nice, something bad happens.
Right.
Because that's actually a part of one of the curses for the children of Israel.
Mm.
Deuteronomy Let me see. Was it Deuteronomy 28 and what was that 43? Could you get that for me?
Come. Deuteronomy 28, verse 43. The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low.
And that's what we're about to see. That's what we can see through history. Like
Right.
yes, our people were in the land, teaching them, feeding them, teaching them how to do all these things. But now they've got Native Americans on reservations, small parts of land where all the land used to be theirs, and now they're very high. This is my country. Had
Mm,
a had a Edomite tell me, like, yeah, I do whatever I want and say whatever I want in my country.
mm,
Not not even considering you didn't build this country. It was built on the labor of black slaves, Native American slaves,
Yep, that's
mhm,
right.
Hispanic slaves,
right.
like yes. And then and then number two, this ain't your land.
Right.
You
Yep.
got this land through lies and deceit.
Hmm.
Every treaty that has been made with the people has been broken.
Mm,
And then they broke the people, gave them alcohol, and now like if you check the statistics, a lot of our Native American brothers and sisters, due to the things that the situation they're in, go through like alcoholism
yep.
or on drugs. And that's sad to hear. And and you can tell that because the same thing happens for our people. We all like it's always wanting to get drunk, always wanting to get high to escape the situation they're in when the Lord has provided an escape for all of that through keeping the law, statutes, and commandments.
Right.
But when we don't know who we are, we stay in our ignorance, and our enemy gets to stay very high while we come down very low.
Right.
You had anything you want to add in? Any one of you?
Um, that's a great point too, God, man. Understanding about the land, how you even said that the Esau came and he tried to say this is his country. A lot of them don't know the history, or they don't want to know and learn the history of how their people came in power and genocide and colonialized all the countries, right? This takes me to a point is on that video that you were showing, how they were saying that there was they had like it was a comfort, but in the Bible the Lord tells us, I believe it's in Ecclesiastes 5 and 8. Let me pull that one real quick, God, because I want to see, because he said comforter. And let me see, Ecclesiastes, it's either 5 or 8 or 4 in that I want to pull out to show how he said that we was looking for uh like a comforter. Oh, it was Ecclesiastes 4 and 1. 4 and 1.
4 and 1. I
Yes,
got you.
that's it.
This is Ecclesiastes 4 and verse 1. And it reads, so I returned and considered all the oppression that are done under the sun. And behold, the tears of such as were oppressed, and they had no comforter.
Hmm.
And on the side of the oppressors there was power, but they had no comforter.
So that was a lie in that video about them saying that all of us came together and it was all about Thanksgiving and it was a comforter. When here the Lord is saying the power wasn't given unto them, it was given to these heathens, so that we could not have any comforter at that moment, as you saw in that video, as they lied about that, right? So that's something I just want to point out real quick, God, and turn it right back over to you, King.
Now that's a good point. Okay, it's because how it was supposed to be a comfort. A lot of these people didn't realize that there was a scheme that was going on in the back
Mhm.
of Esau's mind.
Yeah, it was.
And there's always seems to be some kind of scheme, right? Always, it always seems to be something.
Right.
Always, it always seems to be something. So we're gonna finish out this video so you can hear their side of the story, and then we're gonna get the truth. Because there's always his side, their side, and then in between that is the truth.
Right.
Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna bring out the truth today.
In 1777, the Continental Congress decreed that all 13 of America's colonies celebrate a national day of Thanksgiving that year in celebration of their victory over the British at Saratoga. By the mid-19th century, many states celebrated the holiday. However, the date could vary by weeks or even months. A determined magazine editor named Sarah Josepha Hale set about establishing a national Thanksgiving Day. She passionately believed that such a day would help unite a nation headed towards civil war. Hale began a one-woman letter-writing campaign, urging politicians to establish an annual day of Thanksgiving. Her efforts were finally rewarded by Abraham Lincoln, who saw the unifying potential of the holiday. In 18...
You see that, right?
Mhm.
She
Oh, yeah.
finally, she wrote a letter. We need to unite the nations by keeping
Mm.
this one holiday. Unite the
Wow.
nations. But during this same time, were all people united?
No.
Shoot. Were all people allowed to celebrate this holiday? It wasn't. Again, at this point, we were still slaves.
All right.
We weren't free.
Right.
We weren't free at this time.
Hell, even he had slaves.
Yeah. They say that he grew up with a black best friend and write this narrative about him. What you say?
They
Chief?
like that's going to change I mean, it doesn't change anything just because he had a black friend. I mean, come on, man.
Right.
Isn't that always the narrative?
Ain't it?
Yep.
You racist? No, I ain't racist. I got a black friend. Always the narrative, right?
Man.
That's always their narrative. But when you look at this, like it's and when you come into the knowledge of the truth, you'll look at the forefathers differently. Like there's a book, I can't remember what the exact title. It's like like the things they didn't teach you in school. And there's so much of this history that we're about to bring out that's in that book. I wish I would have had a copy of it. I keep forgetting to order me one, but there's a book called "The Things They Wish You Would have Learned in School." But our next video gonna go into that. Um, gonna give you the honest truth of what actually happened in that day. Because when you think about the forefathers and say you're an American, right? I'm an American patriot. Think about the forefathers, have all this reverence for them, but come to find out that the forefathers had slaves.
Mm.
All people are equal,
But they
like
actually,
yes, but not the Negroes, not the indigenous, not the Hispanics. Only us. Only they were a part of that. We should all come together.
Right.
When he came together, he said, "When Americans, were we considered Americans, or were we considered property at that time?"
Right.
Like is we have to bring these things to our mind that we were not considered people, but just property to these people.
Right.
You were a couch, you were a chair, a lamp, furniture. You weren't considered a person.
cattle.
hmm Because in a lot of these a lot of these really tie back to the curses. That's how you can tell that they the people.
Right.
Like I'm not saying that every single Native American is like is, but if they're indigenous of Native or Negro descent, 9 times out of 10 you are Israelite
Right.
because you fall in the same curses that it speaks about in Deuteronomy 28 that said it will be on you for a sign and on you your seed forever. As long as you under the curses, it's going to be on the people. right? Yes, but we're gonna give you the real history here. We're gonna give you the real history, and this comes from a series on PBS, which gives you a lot of information. It's called Rogue History, right? And we're gonna watch it, and I'm gonna stop it, and then give you a little. We're gonna do a little breakdown of it. Can y'all hear that?
No.
Can Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me stop sharing real quick, and then try to share it again. It was saying something's wrong with the browser. Salakia.
Oh,
I tell you, man, I swear sometimes these demons don't want don't want the information to come out.
right. Yeah, that's what happens when
I
you try to
just double
Man.
Man, I just double checked the connection to it and everything. I'm gonna try it one more time. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see.
There's a lot about
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right. We're gonna run it. I'm gonna run it back then.
there's a lot about the first Thanksgiving that's a myth. For one, they were eating corn porridge and eels, not turkey and pumpkin pie. It is true, however, that Wampanoag chief Massasoit managed to foster peace between the Pilgrims and his people, but that peace wouldn't last. Half a century later, his son, known as King Philip, united indigenous tribes in an all-out war on the colonists of New England. What would follow was not just the deadliest conflict of the colonial period, but a defining moment in a centuries-long battle between the United States and indigenous people. I'm Joel Cook, and this is Rogue History. Rebels and Revolutionaries.
Now, this is a great series. I tell anybody that loves information, like kids, love to hear about our people. Hey, they've got a great series going on over there. Check them out. You're gonna be seeing a lot of information and videos coming out from me covering a lot of stuff they cover, because some things I didn't even know. Like it's and they're covering a lot of good history over there, especially with dealing with our people. So I say, check them out, and if you can support them, because hey, the government cut back on PBS, what they MPC, they cut funding to them, so it's basically just people funded and state funded. So
Wow.
they got a lot of good information over there. Check them out. I pay like what $5 a month just for their passport, just to support them.
All right.
All right, but they about to go through it. Okay, let me know if you can't hear it. If for some reason, just throw a one in the chat, or just say that you can't hear it.
So, who violated the spirit of the original Thanksgiving Treaty first? I'll give you one guess. A hard one, I know. The second generation of English colonists was no longer content to practice their religion in privacy or trade for survival. Their population was absolutely exploding. They wanted land, lots of it, and they were developing an entire legal framework to legitimize straight up taking it.
Check that out.
Mm.
After they set up the peace treaty, they decided we're not happy with what with the peace treaty, and they broke it. As the brother said, can you get like this? It's a hard one to guess, right? Who broke the treaty,
All right.
right? Because that's how Esau is. Esau cannot be a man of his word.
Mm.
No time during our history can we say that he held it, like somebody held him to the fire when it came to us about doing things for us.
Right.
Yeah, something.
Yeah, I was gonna say Psalms 55 and 21 is
Yeah,
lines up perfectly with what you just said.
right. Let's bring it out. Let's bring it out. You got it, or you need me to grab it?
I can read it for you.
If you don't, yeah. So, uh,
Yeah,
uh,
Psalms 55 and verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but
mm,
war was in his heart.
mhm.
His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords.
Exactly it.
All right.
That's what happened. They were happy with, yay, thank you for teaching us all this stuff. Shake hands, sat down, ate the food, made a treaty. We ain't gonna do this. You stay on your side of the land, I stay on my side of the land. But as the brother said, we know who broke the treaty. We know what happened.
Right.
Until this point, Chief Massasoit had a very diplomatic relationship with the colonists. But as the decades wore on, the English continuously tested the boundaries of treaties, eventually breaking them outright. This is where Chief Massasoit's son, King Philip, comes into the picture. His Wampanoag name was Metacom, but his father encouraged two of his sons to adopt English names as a sign of respect for English customs. Thus, he became Philip.
Already, like it's us doing things to try to appease them.
Mm.
We're all we always like it. Our people are always so loving and kind, and we wanna be at peace with each other. But that's not east. That's not how we can be with these people. They're they are our enemy. They are
Right.
like it. When you look at Psalms 50, when you look at Psalms 83, who's the first people that they list as the enemies of the Most High?
Esau.
The
Edomite.
the the, the tabernacles of Edom,
Man, the most wicked on the planet. They
right?
they have committed genocide and
Mm,
oppression to everyone.
hmm
There isn't any race that hasn't been oppressed by Esau.
I can't name one. Maybe that one tribe. Remember where the I don't know if you remember that story where the guy tried to go and proselytize these indigenous people on the island, and as soon as he got there, he put foot on the land. They had arrows for him.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
That guy. That
yeah,
that's what the Native Americans should have done.
yeah.
That's
Sure.
what they should. But they have that spirit that they talk about in Hebrews 12. I'm gonna bring that out real quick. Hebrews 12 and verse 14. It says, "Follow peace with all men
Mm,
and holiness, without which no man shall see the Lord." So that's how our people they have it in their spirit. They want to be peaceful with all men. But all they want to be peaceful with all mankind. That's why our people just want. I want everybody to be saved.
right.
On my head, I got my neighbor who every day he lets his dog poop in my yard and
Mm,
yelling at him. I hear him say he don't like black people, but you know what? He like he can. I can get him saved. I bet you I can. I just got to be nice and sweet to him. It'll change his heart.
man, and unfortunately, that's how Israel thinks. I find it crazy how, like, even when we're at camp, if you tell a person that doesn't know they're an Israelite that they are an Israelite and that the Lord is coming back to save them and them only, the first thing that usually comes out of their mouth is, "What about everybody else?"
Mm-hmm.
If I told a Chinese man that his God is coming back to save him and only Chinese people, they're not going to say, "What about black people?
Mm-mm.
What about Jerome?" They're not going to say
No.
that, right? So it's really unfortunate that I mean, yeah, we are very caring, but as you can see, that obviously gets us killed.
Yeah, that's Stockholm syndrome.
Right.
Stockholm syndrome. I wanted to say it was that Nightingale effect too, because like They try to like is, but that's when like you're taken care of, like when they take care of you and you fall in love with them. That's like
Right.
it. Massa was good to me,
Mm.
so like it's I love Massa.
Right.
I love him. I always forever, and I teach my children to love him, no matter what he do, because he was kind to me once.
Mm.
But just like we were talking about at camp, you got to judge with righteous judgment.
Right.
Righteous judgment isn't always, well, I like his, he was mean to me. So let me be nice in part because he was mean. Sometimes you got to be like, hey, burn that bridge.
Right.
Burn that bridge. I don't want none, I want no part with that.
Right.
Because I say that when it comes to people that are no people, right? People that are no people. Not when I'm talking about those who are the children of God and love God, right?
Right.
When it comes to my people, like it's Christ said, uh, you have to forgive them 70 times seven. Like
Mm.
it's now he didn't say you gotta be stupid about it. He didn't say he didn't say, hey, you saw he punched him in the face, he apologized, he punched him again. Now I want you to let him do that again. No, he gave us wisdom to be like to judge a matter. We're like, would it be right to do that again? Like I can forgive you, but I'm not gonna let you do that again though.
Right.
I can forgive you for that, but you ain't getting that opportunity to do that again. Our people don't have that. Our people just get punched in the face. I'm sorry. Oh, okay. It's fine. We cool again. Pat, punch him in the face again. "Uh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to punch you in your face. Okay, cool. I'm gonna be mad for a little bit, but
Mm.
to come back the next day, we cool with it. That's what happens. When we had these, when we have the killings, we had the police brutality. Remember, in the '90s, we had Rodney King get beat down by the police, and we had people out there defending the police.
Mm.
Well, if he wouldn't have done this, he wouldn't have done that. Like, you aren't you supposed to have more discipline than the people that you're pulling over or that are committing the crime? You're supposed to have a little more patience with them. Now, I ain't saying hold their hand through it, but as when you're in authority, you have a higher sense of responsibility. Even when you look at the cop cars, they say to serve and to protect. But who are what they serving butt whoopings and protecting themselves? Is
Right.
it is that what that stands for? Are you supposed to serve the people and protect the people?
Right.
They forgot about that. Like yes, they forgot that. Our people still want to give them a chance. They
Mm.
still want. Well, there's a few nice ones out there. Yeah, there may be a few nice ones, but y'all wearing the same uniform, so I don't know which one is which.
Right.
I rather not. I rather not deal with it. The same thing comes with these set when the colonizers came and started talking to them. I can't trust you. I saw what happened to the first group of people. Nah, I ain't gonna let that happen to me. Ain't
Right.
none of that. Like yeah, ain't none of that. But our people, like I said, they want to be at peace with everybody, but they don't want to be at peace with their own people.
I had a precept for that too.
Oh, go ahead.
Second Thessalonians 1:6.
All right. Second Thessalonians 1 and I think it just stopped. Second Thessalonians 1 and verse 6. Oh, that's First Thessalonians. A lot.
Oh,
No.
I can read it for you.
Yeah, I got it. Second
Uh,
Thessalonians 1 and verse 6. It said, seeing it is a righteous thing with God to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you.
mm,
Oh, that's a good verse right there.
right.
That's a great precept. Like it's for them that trouble you. Like hey, it's a righteous thing with God that they get punished.
Right.
There'll be some there'll be something that come along with that to be like, hey, you can't just keep doing that.
Right. Exactly
That's
why I brought
good.
that up.
Hey, that's a great precept right there. Again, another one of our problem with our people. We don't know the Bible like that. What Jesus wants you to do that? Would Jesus want you to get revenge?
Mm.
Well, he's gonna get revenge for us.
Right. He's coming back with a sword. That's what the Bible
No,
says.
he come back with hugs,
Mm.
rainbows, and puppies for everybody.
That's what Christianity says.
Not not my Jesus. Not my Jesus. Man, I'm telling you. When you think about that, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. You got anything else you want to bring out?
No.
All right, we're gonna move on.
Massasoit died in 1661 when Metacom was about 23 years old. His older son, Wemsutta, known to the English as Alexander, became chief of the Wampanoag. But here's where things get really sketchy. After being summoned to Plymouth, Alexander died mysteriously. Many Wampanoag suspected poisoning. Previously harmonious relations were growing chillier by the day. When Philip became chief after his brother died, he initially continued his father's diplomatic approach, and the colonists kept pushing his buttons. But
Don't that sound familiar?
Mm.
Don't that sound familiar? When like it's the father died, like it's he left one like unto himself, right?
Mm.
Like it's he died, and then his son took over, and his son was
Right.
just like him, right? That's what the Bible like it's the Bible teaches that. That's in the Apocrypha. Let's see where it's at. Unto themselves. I know it's in the Maccabees. Was that in Maccabees or is that in? Dang, I'm trying to remember where that's at. He left one that's like one unto itself. Salakia, my apocrypha is missing. I had it in my bag for camp. Now I don't know why I misplaced that thing. But
Oh,
when I open it, I know exactly where it's at. But to remember where that verse is, I can't remember because it was like it's when Mattathias he passed. He left one like unto himself. I'm glad to go back and get that. Salakia Israel. Like when I
Was it,
think about where it is, I'll get back to it. Unless one of you brothers know where it's at.
Sirach 30? Was it Sirach 36 and 24?
Uh, no, not that one. That's the one talking about the wife. I'm thinking about the one when he was talking about he had a son. Like when Mattathias he passed, but he left one like unto himself, which we know that was it. That was his son Judas. Um, because it's in the Maccabees. It's in the Maccabees, of course, but I just don't remember if it was first or second Maccabees. Let me see. So Salakia
Or was
Israel.
it Sirach 30 and 4?
Sirach 30 and 4?
uh,
Okay.
let's see.
Let me go to that because you could be absolutely right on that. Um I know that's one that reads just like it 30. You said 30 in verse 4. That's the other one that goes with that. That's the precept for it.
Okay.
Sirach 30 in verse 4. And it says, though his father died, yet he as though he were not dead, for he has left one behind him that is like himself.
Mm.
I guess because that's what happened when Metacon passed, not Metacon passed, but when the chief and Metacon took over, which was King Philip. When he took over, he tried to keep the friendly relations like his father, but it start like his as they were saying before this, they just kept trying to test the test the waters to see how much they could get away with. and it gets kept pushing this button. Like, oh, we need more land. We need this. We need to do that. We need this. We need more resources. Start pushing his buttons, and you'll see how that's how it started the to break down the relations between them.
All right.
By the 1670s, colonist livestock were destroying Wampanoag crops. They were claiming land through and court in indigenous affairs. Basically, they were acting like they owned the place. In 1667, Plymouth established yet another settlement on indigenous land. Rather than fight, Philip negotiated and paid land, but he was quietly re-breaking. He used the money from the sale to buy weapons, preparing for what might come. As if things weren't already tense enough, the colonial court condemned 3 to death and executed. Their land.
It's a lot.
Murdering an indigenous Christian convert who had been spying on King Philip for the colonists. This incident highlighted a growing fraction at the time. And were converting to Christianity.
Sorry about that. We have a little bit of technical difficulties over here. Like everything's just started reloading. But as you can see, that tension started to rise because Esau was breaking they were breaking the agreements.
Right.
He set up things for the people, and then he said he went back on his word and kept trying to, like he said, through dubious means, like he's trying to fake the funk on it, but like, oh yeah, we didn't mean to do that, but we're gonna, you know, it just kind of happened. But let us have that land anyway, right? And then they went away. They went away around the whole treaty to try to get the land, as you heard them say. They were just trying to outright just steal the land.
Mm.
Ain't nothing new. Ain't nothing new under the sun.
Right.
Okay. Every Native American story that I've heard in America have that same outline. How Esau tried, like it said they were gonna do one thing, didn't do a thing. Like you just can't trust them. Like if you can't trust anything they say, we have to trust in the Most High God.
Right.
And that was that Proverbs 3 and 5. Was that 5 verse? Let me pull that up. Proverbs 3 and verse 5. I think that's what I want. Yeah. Hey, we gotta like yeah, this Proverbs 3 and verse 5. It says, "Trust in the Lord with all thy heart, and lean not on their own understanding, and acknowledge Him in all thy ways. Acknowledge Him, and He shall direct thy paths." Like it, and when we trust, like if we supposed to trust in the Lord, we ain't supposed to be trusting in man.
Right.
Like we're not supposed to be trusting them. Jeremiah said that too. Jeremiah said the same thing. We supposed to, like we can't trust in man. What is that? Jeremiah. Can you get that for me? Jeremiah 17 and what is that? Verse 5. Jeremiah 17 and 5.
Come on, I got you.
Mhm.
It says, "Thus saith the Lord, cursed be the man that trusteth in man, and maketh flesh his arm, and whose heart departeth from the Lord."
Yeah, don't trust it. Like Esau never had a heart for the Lord.
Right.
Never. They never had a heart for the Lord. Like it's in a time where he sold his birthright to his brother, was gonna allow the father to give him the birthright, even though he sold it. And then when he took it, he's like, "You stole it from me."
Hmm.
No, you sold it to me.
Right.
And then he said, "Wait till my father died. Like after we done buried him and everything, I'm gonna kill you."
Mm.
Instead of dealing with it righteously, like, you know what, I did. I sold it to you. Here you go. He was gonna kill him. over something he already did. He broke his agreement with his brother. Fitting that it happened again, right?
Right.
Because Esau's is our twin brother, right? Breaking agreements again.
Right. Precept on that too.
Oh, go ahead.
Talking about Esau, man, they are very evil people. I got this in the Song of the Three Holy Children in the Apocrypha, verse 9. And it says, "And thou didst deliver us unto the hands of lawless enemies, most hateful forsakers of God,
Mm,
into an unjust king, and the most wicked in all the world."
mm.
They
Wicked.
they hate the Lord the most, man. They don't keep any laws, right? And they trying to get us up out of here.
Yeah, they do. Hey, that's been the modus operandus for since the beginning.
Right.
Like we said again, Psalms 83. Like is the like is the enemies of the Lord. They try to cut us off from being a people. Like is look, take all our resources,
Yep.
all of our land, all the fishing, all the rights to everything, but then want to come in your face asking for more.
Mm.
Why are y'all mad at us? You sold it to us.
Right.
It it never astounds me or it never surprises me how the wickedness of this people always come about.
Right.
That's why it's important to have your apocrypha to get some of the wisdom from it. What so, look at you already know what I'm about to say. Like is Sirach 12 and 10. Sirach 12 and 10.
I'm already there.
You already know.
Yeah.
Man,
Read that for you.
yeah, if you wouldn't mind.
Okay. Never trust thine enemy.
What what I say?
Never trust thine enemy.
Sometimes trust them.
Never trust thine enemy.
Never trust anyone. Why shouldn't we?
For like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
It means like this. Just as sure that iron is gonna rust at some point, so is his wickedness gonna be about him. There's gonna be like it. They just like you read earlier. Like yeah, they had their words were smoother than butter, right?
Right.
Like yeah, but they like yes, and their words were soft as oil, but they had swords drawn.
Mm.
They I'm about to yeah. Like yeah, as soon as like oh they're gonna get me, I'm gonna get in the gates. When I get in the gate, and that the spirit of Esau, the Trojan horse, like
Oh
yes,
yeah.
we're
Yeah.
gonna show you a gift. Oh, we're giving you a gift.
Mm.
Have all your army waiting inside of this big statue.
Yep.
Roll it in the gate, and here they come jumping out.
Boy.
A gift for you. Oh, look at this grandiose gift, man. They showing that they can be trusted. They stay in it like yes. They either like yes, and when, at night they come out of it and they just murder a city.
Yep. That's Esau for you.
I just feel sorry that our Native American brothers didn't know the enemy like we knew the enemy.
Right.
They were over look, I ain't gonna say absolutely peaceful because you have internal struggles. Like yes, tribes have internal struggles because land and resources are scarce among each other. So you have to make treaties and hey, I need you like yes. Think about this. Lot in Abraham.
Right.
They servants were at each other's necks saying, "Hey, this is mine. This is mine." They're like, "Hey, we got to go different ways because just to keep the peace." Same thing with with our different brothers in the different tribes, like it's in in the Americas. Hey, to keep peace because hey, this is our land over here. Don't come over here though. You break this treaty. You break this treaty. I'm gonna have to put my foot in your butt.
Right.
We're gonna have to because I mean business. I got my people to take care of. You got your people. We ain't gonna come over there. You don't come over here.
Right.
We good. We good. All right. But then on the outside looking in, here go the colonizers. Oh, see, y'all are already fighting and killing each other. You're
Mm.
already fighting and killing each other. Won't we already be fighting like this? Even when it comes to the law, it's certain laws, if you break it, you got to kill them.
Mm. Yeah.
Back in the day, like this, if a man lay with another man, they had to be put to death, right?
Right.
It didn't matter what tribe you were in. Oh,
Right.
you did that, you gotta be killed. It's just simple as that. It's something that happens within our own tribes, within our own family. That family affairs, you don't like it's what they used to say. Hey, this is an A and B conversation. See your way out of it,
Right.
right? All right, all right. I missed this comment, but this is a good comment, brother Frank. Crafty and cunning,
Mm.
crafty and cunning. That's what they. That's what they are. They crafty and cunning,
Yeah.
'cause like a snake, for real. These people are snake-like.
Mhm.
Tell you one thing and do another thing.
Right.
Because we know that through all of our history. What happened to our look? What happened to our 40 acres and a mule?
Mm.
They said if you fight in our war, we're gonna give you 40 acres and a mule. Now they gave some people 40 acres and a mule, but not all people. But
Right.
then later on, they came back and took that land.
Mm.
They came back and took the land. So did it?
Amen.
I gave it to you at one point, but we're gonna take it back. I remember they used to have a term, Indian giver. I don't know if you ever heard that before. That was a term. Hey, Chief, you heard that before, right?
Yes, sir.
They call you an Indian giver. Nah, it should have been a Esau giver.
Yes, sir.
Not no Indian giver. Got us giving a byword and a proverb to our brothers and sisters that don't even fit them.
Right.
It fit. It actually fits them. It fits the colonizer.
Right.
Should have been that. Hey, you a colonizer. You don't even have that's a proverb right there in
Hmm.
itself. I'll be offended if somebody called me that. You colonizer.
Yeah.
Dang, me? Man,
Right.
them fighting words, bruh.
Yeah.
Them fighting words call me a colonizer, man. Call me everything under the sun, but not that.
Right.
Okay, but back to the point. You can't trust these people.
No, you can't.
You can't trust these people. I wish I could go back in time and just tell them, don't trust them. Don't
Yeah.
jump off, send them back on their ships. All
Yep.
right, we'll be with you back in the land. We'll be waiting for you in the land,
Right.
man, because they've went through so many hardships just because of a bad decision, the bad decision made. Same thing with Joshua, with the children of Israel
They
when they were
believe.
going, when they were getting their land, and they
Hmm.
had the Canaanites said, "Hey, let's be crafty. We're gonna put some broken down sandals on. We're gonna put some dirty, beat up clothes, and we're gonna say we came from a far land, but we need you to protect us." And he made a covenant with those
Yeah.
people,
They
Mm.
believe.
and then they said, "Psych, we the Canaanites. You can't do nothing now."
Yep.
Now you gotta take care of us. You
Yeah.
can't go back on your word. What if I tell the other nations, yeah, he went back on his word?
Or no good.
Mm. Yeah.
hmm Hey, they say your name is as good as gold.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what the scriptures say. Scripture says your name is good as gold. I'm gonna get that verse real quick because I said it. I want to try to bring that out. It's what Proverbs 22, and I think it's the first verse. Is it Proverbs 22 and 1?
Yep.
All right. Yeah, get that for me if you don't mind, Baba Kasha.
All right. Proverbs 22, verse 1. A good name is rather to be chosen than great riches,
Mm-hmm.
and loving favor rather than silver and gold.
Because man, a good name gets you places. It really gets you places. Like you think about this. You're gonna get in the kingdom. Like, oh, I know your house shine. They're gonna put you at the nicest table. Yeah, I was just over in this mansion the other night.
Man,
You know, Moses, that's my boy. Like yes, because a good name speaks to the character of the person.
right.
Right.
It carries like it's when we carry a good name, it carries royalty and nobility. Is that the word? I think that's the word, nobility. Like it's because we are the sons of a king.
Right.
That carries weight.
Mm,
Sons of a king. That's the good name that we have. That's the name that we should strive for. If you're not trying to obtain it, you should like yes. This is what you want. You want a good name. Like yes, in love and favor than silver and gold. Because man, favor with the king, well that would get you places too. Didn't
right.
he and Ezra said Zerubbabel, he was gonna be the king's cousin.
Mm,
He said he said he gonna give me whoever has the best proverb, he's gonna give him he gonna get him purple and gold and get him a ring, and he gonna be the king's cousin. King's cousin get whatever he want. He got everything except the kingship.
right.
I'm like, oh, that's the king's cousin. Get him the drinks. Get him the best wine, the best food.
Mhm.
That's what you should be looking forward to. Because when you have a good name.
Right.
I'm gonna jump back into this unless you have anything else y'all want to bring out.
Nah, go ahead.
Yeah, that's a good uh, point to bring out. A lot of people don't understand how rich and favor a name is, man. It's the reason why the Lord put His name amongst the children of Israel, man. That's like a fresh ointment, like it said in Ecclesiastes 71. Man, you're a good name, right? It holds value. It does, man. I mean, that's one of the reasons why they changed the names of us, man, because they understand
Mm,
power itself within inside that name itself, man, that the Lord has named us, man. And on the point two, what you said about going back to the natives, if we could go back in time, man, I'm pretty sure after everything that's done been done, the natives would shoot at them and shoot arrows and spear at them coming on them ships, man, because they knew exactly what these people were coming to do, man.
right. Man. But hey, like if we can't change the path. We can't change the past, but we can make a path for the future that this never be done again and it'll never be forgotten.
Right.
Right.
Weren't always loyal to their original communities. Remember that. It'll be important later. For the Wampanoag, the execution of 3 of their own was the final straw. The Wampanoag had their own law and order systems, their own way of punishing transgressions.
Don't we have our own ways of punishing transgressions?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
We can't just do like they did. Oh, the little black boy Emmett Till, he whistled at a white woman. Oh, kill him.
Mm.
Mm,
We can't do that. Hey, we gotta have at the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, and the matter has to be set up, right?
all right.
I can't just say, "Oh, I saw Chief. He would, he killed a man, right? He just
Right.
killed a man. He didn't like him. He killed him. Like yes, you gotta take him outside the city and stone him. It can't do it. You have to have another witness. Because then it's just my word against his. But
Right.
then if I have another one, if he like it, they're gonna say, "Hey, what did you see?"
Mm.
Like, oh, he didn't do that. And then guess what? Judgment, righteous judgment is set up. Like
Right.
it's they didn't give them that.
Nope.
They said, "Oh, they did that. Kill them." Didn't even come back to their people and said, "Hey, y'all take care of it. This your people. You handle it." None of
Mm.
that.
Mm.
Man, a matter's got to be established by the mouth of two or three witnesses.
Right.
It can't just be me pointing the finger and them everybody believing me. They got to look into the matter. But they didn't even have a chance to. That's how wicked they are. Did us like that. Oh, he looked at a white woman. He whistled at a white woman. White woman said, "The black man, he raped me." Salakia. He raped me.
Right.
Mm.
Can't say that. He essayed me.
Yeah.
And they would go and burn down a whole city.
Mm.
When that Rose, isn't that what happened to Rosewood?
Mm.
They but one look one transgression that was a false accusation, and they burned down a whole city.
Mm.
Same thing. And like that their mannerisms don't change. Their
Right.
mannerisms do not change. Wicked. They're the border of wickedness.
Right. That's exactly why we have a law not to bear false witness against our brother, right? Because anybody can say
Uh,
anything about somebody.
All right.
yep. Yeah. The water, brother Frank. Yeah, Rosewood. I wasn't sure if I was right on that one. It's been a while since I touched that history, but yeah, but it must have been the spirit brought it to remembrance, right? But these people forever want to enact their own judgment in a spot that doesn't even require them. That isn't their place.
Mm.
Always think about the world. Like it's when we go start wars in other countries, and then we want to make it's our law over yours.
Mm.
Everywhere we go, we like it's America. The colonizer wants to be the head, like is, and even in other countries
Yep.
where they have no jurisdiction. That's the word I was looking for, jurisdiction.
Yep.
But that just shows you these people don't change.
No.
They don't change. You might get one or two here and there, but as a collective, people don't change.
No.
The colonists really thought they could just kidnap their people and put them to death with no consequences? Philip
Mm.
hit his limit. He believed that coexistence was no longer possible. The total subjugation of indigenous people was inevitable unless they fought back. Of course, this war was preventable. Even the English Parliament warned the colonists that they wouldn't support a war, and causing them to practice restraint just seemed like an unnecessary hassle. But in an early sign of things to come, the colonists chose to operate, shall we say, independently of Great Britain. They felt they could handle this little rebellion on their own. How hard could it be? Philip understood the importance of building alliances across tribal lines, something that had never been done at this scale against colonial aggressors. His coalition eventually brought together the Wampanoag, Nipmuc, Podunk, Narragansett, Nashaway, and Wabanaki tribes, forging an alliance that stretched across all of New England. In June of 1675, Wampanoag warriors attacked their first settlement, marking the official start of what would become known as King Philip's War. By winter, the colonists lived in genuine terror. Philip's forces had attacked over a dozen colonial settlements across New England. In March 1676, they burned Providence, Rhode Island, to the ground. What scared the colonists most was the military sophistication of Philip's forces. Indigenous warriors used guerrilla tactics that the English, trained in European-style warfare, were completely unprepared for.
On that, to touch just that point right there, guerrilla warfare. If you didn't already know, that came from the Bible. The Bible, like it, the military uses the Bible in their military in their guerrilla warfare tactics to set up like in our training, in your training, when you're coming up in the ranks, they show you that in officer school. They
Wow.
talk about that. They talk about that. Guess who didn't know about that? Esau. Esau didn't know about that. But guess who did know about guerrilla warfare because it was in our blood?
Mm. Us.
The natives, us, we knew about that. And that's where that's where we had the advantage.
Right.
Look at the spirit bear witness, right?
Right.
Again, guerrilla, they knew nothing of it, but
Mm.
our people knew of it. Again, and it just further shows you more and more that these, like, we are these people. We are the people together.
Hmm.
They came together in a time where, like, it's where it was unheard of. The different tribes, they pulled all the different tribes in that area together to fight against a common enemy.
Right.
Isn't that what we're doing now?
Yeah.
We're trying to call all the tribes to fight a common enemy.
Hmm.
Like, it's those who are the enemies of God. We're fighting them. Now we don't have guns and swords and spears and stuff, but we had the word.
Right.
We had the Lord like is like it the Lord is our defense. Just like we read earlier, like is cursed be the man that make flesh his arm, who
Right.
trusteth in that. Trusteth in man, like it, but we got the most high God.
Right.
Ain't nothing you can do against that.
Nope.
Because all you do, if you did take one of us down, we just become a martyr.
Yep.
And then you're gonna get more and more people rallying behind it. And that goes into that, like, you can't do nothing against the truth, but only for the truth.
So true.
That's all you can do. Esau do whatever he want. He can do whatever he want to the prophets, but all it's gonna do is build the nation. It's gonna make a nation come together. It
Right.
wasn't until Esau hurt, like, it's Esau killed those people that the nations gathered in forces.
Right.
He said that was it. I can't take it no more. Hey, they gonna do this to you if you don't come over here with us. I know we've been beefing in the past, like, but we got a common enemy. We gotta eradicate them.
Yeah.
That's the mind state that we have to have now. We have to come together. Or we're gonna be going out and waging war. Not now.
Right.
He said, the Lord said, hey, there's gonna be a time. At this time, I send you out as fishers of men.
Hmm.
But later, you're gonna be what? We're gonna be hunters of men.
Right.
That ain't right now, but it's gonna happen.
Right.
Okay, we're gonna be hunters of men. We're gonna be hunting down the unrighteous, like, it's having righteous judgment done in the earth.
Right.
Y'all got anything to add?
Hmm. It's good. That's good, man.
All right.
Indigenous warriors were superior marksmen who had grown up hunting with precision weapons like bows and arrows, spears, tomahawks, and war clubs. English militia training focused on firing large volleys indiscriminately, not hitting precise targets. So while the colonists were the ones who brought guns to the New World, King Philip's forces were already way better at using them. Indigenous forces would appear, strike, then vanish across rivers after destroying bridges behind them, leaving the colonists stranded while the indigenous taunted them from the far shore. As one indigenous warrior mocked the English, they always keep in a heap together, so it is as easy to hit them as to hit a house. The Battle of Bloody Brook perfectly demonstrated both indigenous tactical brilliance and English overconfidence. As the story goes, during the battle, a bunch of colonists were traipsing through the forest when they stopped, set down their weapons, and started picking grapes. I literally cannot make this up. They were ambushed and slaughtered by about 700 indigenous warriors lying in wait. King Philip's War was the deadliest conflict of the colonial period in terms of the percent of populations that were killed. Casualty rates of this magnitude wouldn't be seen again until the American Civil War. And for good show, the colonists during most of the casualties. They went and stay in New England. Colonists needed it together. More missing every shot, no more huddling together out in the open, and no more stopping for retreats. And if Philip between the force from Massachusetts and Connecticut finally got on the same page and attacked an fort for elsewhere, and the a bunch of women, children, elderly, and wounded people. But what was clearly an atrocity, even by the standards of the day, fielding mixed units that combined colonial soldiers with indigenous allies who understood the terrain and guerrilla tactics. The results were dramatic. As one Puritan minister put it, where Indians are employed, there hath been the greatest success, if not the only success. Summer.
Hey, that just goes to the point right there. Like it's we were out there, out maneuvering them, just like brother Frank. We were lions in the darkness.
Right.
Lions in the darkness. We hit them, and then we get moving. They didn't even see us coming. Like it's, and then they they took a page out of our book and was like, well, if they can come together, we should come together. Yet again, stealing. Yet again, stealing our tactics. Like it's, and well, you'll see what happened is. Salaki had to cut out my video just to make sure that everything streams right.
Yeah.
Came personal tragedy. Philip's uncle was killed, and his wife and their young son captured and sold into slavery. Philip's own bravery and resolve had been the backbone of this struggle. The loss was devastating not just for him, but for the cause. A mixed colonial army tracked Philip to Mount Hope, his ancestral stronghold. The hill from which his father Massasoit had reigned when he welcomed the Pilgrims would now be the place where Philip made his last stand. At dawn on August 12, 1676, the colonists attacked the camp. Philip grabbed his gun and rolled down the hillside into the swamp, where two colonists waited. An Englishman whose gun misfired, no comment, and an indigenous Christian convert who shot 2 bullets through Philip's heart. King Philip's death marked the end of the war, but also the end of any pretense of coexistence. Gone were the days of Massasoit's cooperative trading posts and shared meals. In their place were mutual suspicion and unilateral domination.
That's crazy. It be your own people.
Yeah.
Be your own people sometimes. 2 shots from a convert. So your people converted over to the other side where the colonizers are, and then took you out. Man, look, even the 12 had a Judas, right?
Right.
Even the 12 had a Judas. So, hey, you got to be careful. That's why the scripture tells you to prove a friend.
Right.
We be wanting the best for our people, like it's, but at the same time, we always have to have an eye out for them as well. Have to have an eye, like, hey, this brother, he kind of against everything we say. he said he with us, but every time I see him, he trying to bring the Gentiles to camp. He trying to open the door for him. You know, the brother might, like, you got to keep an eye on this brother.
Right.
He want to rise up to the top so fast, but he the captain now.
Right.
Brother just started reading the Bible yesterday, and now he want to be a teacher.
Right.
Like, why you trying to be the teacher so fast? What's going on, brother? You take your time, learn everything, then grow in the Lord. Nah, I gotta be one of the heads. I gotta know what's going on. I'm gonna hit him with that Dr. Omar. That don't sound suspicious.
Yeah,
That don't
right,
sound suspicious.
you're right.
Yeah. It took, yeah, that's a good one too, right there. It took another warrior to take out another one. Classic tactic.
Mm.
Classic tactic. Yeah. That's what happened. Yeah. Yeah, it look, I don't know if y'all seen that the Black Judas and the Black Messiah.
Mhm. Oh
You seen
yeah,
that movie?
that movie. Yeah,
Like yes, hey, own people set up. They put them. They put the squeeze on them, as they used to say. Like
mm.
yes, got them in an area. Like hey, we'll help you out. We'll do this for you. Hey, turned on them. Like yes, got them killed.
Right.
Howard shot. Judas got the squeeze on him. Hey, here's some money. Just tell us where he's gonna be.
Mm.
Kids. Like yes, got our Messiah crucified.
Man.
Your own people. Like yes, converted over to Christianity, sided with the enemy, and then killed you.
Mm.
Killed your own people. That's how crafty the enemy is. Get your own people to turn on their people.
Yep.
Again, and that's why we have to stay prayerful. We gotta watch, brother. We gotta be mindful. We gotta have discernment. All these spiritual gifts we come from the Lord. Like it's you have to have all of those things.
Yep. Supposed to test the spirit.
It just and that just goes into thinking like look, it's still part of the curses. And Deuteronomy 28:64, didn't he say he would give you a gods that your fathers never known, wood and
Right.
stone.
Yep.
That's what he gave him. He gave him a god he never knew, and then he sided with the enemy,
Yep.
and then took out the leader. I
Mm.
can just see like Satan in the background. Yes, yes, very good,
Man.
good, and then under the guise of Christianity. Oh, it's all for the good cause.
Mm.
And just that just goes to show you. You can't you can't trust your enemy.
No.
You can never trust your enemy. They don't care anything about you.
Right.
You shouldn't pity them. You shouldn't have no pity on them. It reminds me more and more about the scriptures. The more I listen to the story. Like when we were supposed to go into the land, when we got our land, they said you ain't gonna make no covenants with them and don't have no pity on them.
Mm.
It said not to do those things, but as we know, Joshua did that. He still made a covenant with them, and he had pity on them. Oh, you're from a far land. Had pity on the other people. Oh, you from a far land. We'll teach you how to cook, how to do crops. All of these things. We'll teach you how to survive off the land. And then what happened? They turned you. They turned one of your own on you.
Yep.
That's the wickedness. There's no holding hands on this issue.
Right.
There just isn't. And you think you may be able to trust one or two of them here, but but the Muhammad Ali had that video out. He said there's 1,000 snakes coming down the street. Out of like two or three of them, there's 1,000 snakes, venomous snakes coming down the street. Two or three of them aren't. Are you gonna try to find out which which one is, or
Right.
are you just gonna close the door to all of it? Then you
Mm.
ain't got to worry about none of that. You ain't got to worry about nothing. That's how we have to be at this time anybody else that are not our people. We can't just be so open doors with everybody. Like Chief likes to bring out, what happened? What happened with Dylan Roof?
Right.
He we just, oh, come on in. Came to the service, took out the people,
Right.
out our people. We're just wanting to be so friendly and doors open. Now I'm sure these churches now they think twice.
Yeah.
Just random people got guns in the churches now
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
because you're learning not to trust your enemies. I ain't never seen you come in this church before. Oh, I need prayer. All right, keep an eye on him. Like you whisper to them, keep an eye on him.
Mm.
He got a backpack. Don't know what's in it. Everybody keep an eye on him. Smart move. That's wisdom. Not, oh, let's now all bow our heads and pray.
Mm.
Everybody, even security. Nah, not not smart.
Right.
We have to learn from our past
Right.
to pave the way for our future. There's
That's
there's no there's no Thanksgiving where I'm gonna sit down with my enemy
Mm-hmm.
and celebrate the death of my own people.
Hmm.
Ain't no way. That's what makes it so hard to believe when people say, "Oh yeah, the Gentiles are gonna have inherited rights and they can keep the Passover with us." What are you gonna be celebrating the death of another people?
Hmm.
That's what Passover is. We celebrating the death of the Egyptians,
Yep. Celebrate. Right.
Hamites.
There we are.
That's what Passover is.
That's right.
Passover isn't communion and we just drinking blood and drinking the blood of grapes and eating bread. That's
yeah.
not that's not what that's about.
Yeah.
Passover is about remembering how the Lord killed our enemies.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Not invited them to be our friends.
Mm-mm.
Because he could have easily done that. He could have easily said, let's all sit down at the table and we're all gonna be at peace with each other because my God is greater like his, and you should accept him.
Hmm.
Yep, we're gonna accept your God. The Lord could have done that, but he hardened Pharaoh's heart so it wouldn't happen.
Right.
Celebrating the genocide of their people, Passover. That's what that's all about.
Right.
So that ain't gonna happen.
Oh,
Oh, Brother Frank said that was like what it was at a church he used to attend. You had the security guards with the guns in the church. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, because I've seen that now.
yeah.
Like you got the praise and worship team, you got bullets and bad guy team.
Yeah. I mean, and they're kind of bringing that upon themselves because growing up, I mean, even now, the church is come one, come all, right? They don't question anything. They don't.
Oh,
They don't.
you go ahead. My bad.
Yeah, I was just saying they don't question anybody. They don't test the spirit. They don't prove a friend like you just brought out before. They just come one, come all.
Right.
Yeah. Brother Frank said he used to be one of them,
Damn.
Wow,
one of the security guards
man.
for the church. That's man, that got to be careful nowadays. You really do. You really do. Even when we're out there, we've got to make sure that we're good.
Right.
Like we just recently had conflict.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just recently had conflict. It could have went south, but our arm isn't our flesh. It's the Lord. The
Right.
Lord fought the battle for us.
He did.
That's right.
Had other people filming what was going on, It said and told, I think it was a you chief. They said, "Hey, we were recording we were recording it just in case."
Something right. That's what the sister said. Right.
Mm. Like it's our own people, our people, watching out for us
Right.
because we go out there and that's what we're doing. We're watching out for our people, teaching law, statutes, and commandments.
Right. And it's like your guy that goes like I believe it was even David said, I don't want to butcher that. Let me go get it. It's Psalms
Mm-hmm.
119, 134. Let me go get it.
119 and 134. Okay, I can get it for you.
You got it? Okay.
Yeah, 119 and 134.
Right.
I got it for you. And it reads, it says, "Deliver me from the oppression of man. So will I keep thy precepts."
Even David is telling you somebody had to be the ones that brings this oppression. There's a people, there's a nation. Here's David himself saying, "Save me from this man, this nation," right? Because these people bring pain, right? And understandably, what we got to understand is that same pain that happened back then and that oppression back then is oppression that's happening today, man. This is why this is such a sad day for us in remembrance than it is for the enemy who brought it in remembrance. Because what they did was they not only did they genocide or colonialize, man, they try to deeply whitewash it and flip the narrative as to say it's only Thanksgiving. All we doing is come together as a family. Here was the natives that was us. They were our family.
Right.
You destroy that, man. You can't
Mm-hmm.
try to extinct them off the face of the earth. Try to remove
Mm-hmm.
them, right? And then you want to turn around and say, no, now if you know anything about the so-called white man, all he does is try to rewrite history. Everything that the Most High has put in place, he has to come along and he has to change the seasons and times. No, this is not the Sabbath. This day is the Sabbath now. It's okay to eat swine. You can eat swine now, right? It doesn't matter. You don't have to keep the law. Which now, in the opposite direction, the Lord tells you what the Sabbath. The Lord gives you a dietary law. The Lord tells you that you cannot break these laws, which He says you can. He has always been a thorn in the side, and it's a sin, man, to have our brothers and sisters that don't learn this, but yet participate in this, man, and say it's a gathering for the family. If they only knew, what it means to be truly gathered as a family. Probably today, all this Thanksgiving every November that come around won't even be brought about. People wouldn't even think about it no more, man.
Man, that's a good point.
Yep.
That's a really good point.
Yeah, that was a very great point. And it's kind of like what they did back then with the Negro Bible, right? How they would twist it and turn it to make it seem like, they were always good and that we should just serve them. Right. They're trying to change history.
What they good, they say it. That's it.
This is exactly why we need to be up here. And I'm glad that we're up here. All praise to the Most High that we have been enlightened with this word and that we can edify the people on what really happened.
Right.
And that we can show you that they're lying to you. Right. So
Right.
Yeah, as they say, it's his story.
Right.
It's his story, what he told us. And most of us got that first video. That's the history we were taught. We were never taught this history.
Never.
Right.
We were never taught this history in school.
Not in school, not in the churches, nowhere.
And
I like what David said right here in that Psalms 119, 104, where it says, through thy precepts I get understanding. Therefore I hate every false way. You're only going to get understanding through this word right here, man. That you wouldn't have known any of this unless you dived into this right here.
Right.
You wouldn't know how Esau works. Right. So
yeah, because every bit of history, he writes that he did something good. Oh, when that failed, that civilization, we overtook it because the people in Africa, they were living like savages, doing this and doing that. But I read a book not too long ago. It was showing how In Africa, I want to say it was Ghana. I think it was Ghana. It said West Africa. I just don't remember the exact country. It said
Right.
that they had an irrigation system in house for going to the bathroom,
Hmm.
and they had communal latrines. While in Rome and stuff, they're wiping. Look, they got a stick with a sponge, and they all wiping their butt with it,
Right.
Yeah.
and then throwing it into the aquifer that takes the water downhill. That's what they were using. But we had like it's and then when you think about the phrase, you don't have a pot to piss in,
Yeah.
think that history comes to that because they didn't have indoor systems for going to the bathroom.
Hmm.
They would piss and poop in pots
Yep.
and then just throw it out into the street.
Hmm.
Think about that. That's probably where all those plagues and all that stuff started. Just
Yeah.
dirty, filthy. The author of the book was like, I was amazed that the people that how they were so clean and did
Mm.
and they had running water in the house.
Mm.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
But they were the savages. Let them tell the story.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. Them. It was them. Yeah.
Let them
Yeah.
tell the story. They were savages. Oh, we had to come get them out of mud huts.
You had to
Mm.
save them. We was their
Yeah,
savior. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
yeah. That's how they want to sell. How oh y'all Negroes were just over there scratching your butts
Yeah.
and
Yeah. You
and
better be
didn't
glad.
have any clothes. We
Mm-hmm.
showed you how to do this, but then we came to find out later on in life it was us teaching them how to be civilized.
Right.
Mm.
We taught
They
them.
just told you this their history of how they were such a great country civilization, and we were just savages.
Yeah. Yeah. They took our place and we took theirs.
Right.
That's
Right.
basically what it's saying on that, man.
Hmm.
That's exactly how. Once again, going into this word, you can. It is exactly how you can see that they're lying. Like we know that the Lord had given us laws on how to be clean, how to eat clean things. Right.
Right.
We're not like them. We don't eat blood.
Mhm.
We don't eat
Mm-mm.
pork and all this. Right. We don't
No,
bathe in poop or whatever they do.
man.
That's how you know they're lying.
Right.
Damn devil, which means deceiver, man. You know,
Yeah.
also to go along with that, uh, real quick, man, still on that point, as if you don't mind, God.
No. Go ahead.
Ezekiel 22 and verse 29 to 31. Let's see if it's going to be, since they like to say Thanksgiving and they want to try to whitewash, they want to forget about it. Let's see if the Lord bring judgment because of it. I think that's going to help the people as they begin to go in the word, man. Go to Ezekiel 22 and start at 29, and we'll show. Let's see if there's going to be some judgment for that slaughter.
God is Ezekiel 22 and 29. The people of the land have used oppression and exercised robbery and have vexed the poor and needy. Yea, they have oppressed the stranger wrongfully.
And this is exactly what's been happening in history. Archaeology proves it, everything proven fact up to this matter that oppression has ruled all countries and lands. Put these people, these natives, our northern brothers, man, put it under and exercise robbery. This is a known fact. This is blueprinted, it's written, it's in destined and it's grained. You can't erase it, as well as what they're trying to do today is erase what happened and say it never happened. Right now,
Mhm.
we're doing Thanksgiving. Now we're blessing the Lord and we're all together. We're not all together in the world. We understand this. Verse 30.
Verse 30. And I sought for a man among them that should make up the hedge and stand in the gap before me for the land, that I should not destroy it. But I found none.
So, what are you talking about, Abraham Lincoln, George Washington? What are you talking about? There was no man to stand up and make a hegemony around these brothers of ours, man, and say, stop doing what you're doing. Right? You're angering the God of Israel. You're angering the God of heaven. There was none, not one. But let's see how it affects the Most High. Very next verse, Baba Shah.
Verse 31. Therefore I poured out mine indignation upon them. I have consumed them with fire with the fire of my wrath. Their own way have I recompensed upon their heads, saith the Lord God.
You heard that recompense earlier. It means repay. And that's exactly what's going to happen for the actions that they carried out. They will be a recompense. They will have to get repaid for that. So there's no such thing, man, as coming together, Thanksgiving, having a family. We're just going to take this in remembrance as of now and say thank the Most High. That why do you have to wait for the 11th year of the 11th month of the year to be a family?
Right.
It don't make sense at all when you're supposed to be a family every day. But for some reason, they pick this day and make it into a traditional holiday, man, for their beneficial, right? But when we come out and we teaching the truth about the innocent blood on Thanksgiving that was shed for our people and that God is going to bring a recompense for that, they don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that at all. You wouldn't want to hear it either if you come from the offspring of these people. You won't want to hear it.
Right.
Definitely. I would definitely want to hear it if it was against me.
Come on.
Yeah. Well, let's see. I guess we ain't got too much. Actually, we can stop at this because it all ended at the death of Medicon, of King Philip. I mean, his death was the death of the revolt for the people, and it pushed the end like they said we can't be with you. There's no way to make this right, and it just started a bloody battle. And to this day, you won't really see natives like it's trying to hold hands in hands with the people. Shoot,
No.
I barely see. I
Right.
haven't seen a what they call like Native American walking around, other than like us.
Right. Right.
Man, they've oppressed them in their own land. That's in their own land, stole it through lies, deceit, treachery, all the things,
That's what they
all the
do.
things that are against the Lord. The Lord,
Right.
he gave everybody that he gave people the allotments of land. He gave it to all people. Sent our people over here
Mm.
where they could keep the commandments in a land they never knew. Here come Esau. Here come
Yep.
the colonizer. Like yes,
Mm-hmm.
because they like, oh, we gotta live here now. What?
We found
We
it. Yeah.
we found this land. Just like Arthur Yaden said, how you find something
It's
where
already
people are already at?
Right.
I found it.
it's mine.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man, they come like yes, that's treachery right there. That's wild work.
Yeah.
But this we just wanted to bring out this bit of history to show the people Thanksgiving isn't what they teach, what they show you.
No, not at all.
It's
Right.
not. They want to tell you that it was a peace treaty. Yeah, a peace treaty happened to start it, but in sequential years, you'll see that those relations fall apart because one people are habitual line step crossers,
Right.
Come on.
habitual line crossers, and like to take justice into their own hand
Dang.
all the time. I haven't seen it anywhere else. Like
Nope.
he's like his Zimmerman, George Zimmerman, right?
Right.
The police said, get back in your like stop following him.
Right.
Go back in your house.
Don't
No,
pursue.
I'm gonna keep following him.
Mm.
And then when he's starting to get beat up, that I'm getting beat up. I'm in fear of my life.
What they love to say.
That's always I was in fear of my life. You the one that got the gun.
Right.
He was a kid. You're a grown man in
Mm.
fear of your life of a little kid.
Wow.
I ain't gonna say like a little kid, but
Yeah.
a child, a
Took his life.
child.
That's crazy, boy.
They did the same thing to Sonia Macy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Said they were in fear of their life
For
over
a hot pot of
hot
water.
water.
This mud and devil. That's a devil himself, man.
Man. And that, like yeah, she rebuked them in the name of Jesus.
Right.
That it scared the mess out of him that he was gonna get rebuked by his Lord,
Mm.
Jesus.
Hold on. Why is that? If he's truly your Lord, why are you scared that she's
Right.
rebuking him?
Right. Don't make sense.
Uh,
Don't make sense at all, man.
yeah, he rebuked like he is. Like if the Lord ain't gonna do nothing, no harm to you if you in the right.
Right.
You scared of a woman? You can't handle a woman? Damn.
Two grown men
She
can't
she
handle
she
one
was
woman.
gonna she would throw some hot water, some scalding hot water on me.
Can't handle. That's sad, man.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that could kill you.
You're right. It's a deadly weapon now.
Yeah,
Wow.
you might got some third degree burns or whatnot, but
Right.
you wasn't gonna die.
Right.
She the one called you out there for her protection, and she ended up being the one dead.
Mm.
Not
Mm.
not even that. Not that she could like they couldn't have done a shoulder shot.
Right.
Like pop, it was a headshot,
Yeah. Yeah.
straight
No.
up headshot. That's
Kill
a
shot.
killing shot.
There you
Right.
go.
That's the kill shot. Not oh, if I shoot her in her shoulder, she can't throw the water.
Right.
Right. They and not even
And I
that.
can
They
you might be able to justify, well, I thought she was gonna throw the water, so I
Mm.
shot her in the shoulder.
Mm.
Why didn't you have tasers?
that's what I was gonna say. They couldn't use a
Oh,
taser.
Right. Right. Because
right.
they kill. They look to kill, man. They don't look to save.
Right.
He
Mm.
didn't do that. One cop said, I thought I was pulling my taser.
Mm.
Nah. You were gonna tase somebody in the head?
Right. The gun on the taser they're on two completely different sides.
Yep.
So there's no
Yeah,
explaining.
that's why they made them bright yellow. So when you
Right.
pull it up in your hand, you can see the bright color right there in your hand.
Right.
Because you gotta say taser, taser, taser before you shoot them.
Right.
Right.
You pull up the gun, it's just click.
Yep.
Okay, and it's so sad that that's the world we live in.
Yep.
Cause shoot, I remember you be in a pursuit. Nowadays, you see a pursuit, the cops on your tail, and then they'll shoot you while you're running.
Yep.
If chief, hey, correct me if I'm wrong. What when the show cops came on TV, they were running after everybody.
Everybody.
Man.
Everybody, they were just running after everybody. They weren't like stop, pop, 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 pop. It was over the fence, through the yard, through somebody's house. They were. You think it be one of them Jackie Chan movies? All the stunts that the cops were doing. That's how it used to be. And then they started beating people, and they got away with it. Then they were like, if I can beat them, maybe I can shoot them too. Oh, I can get away with that too. And it just seemed like to be a phenomenon that cops just kill people. The same people that they're supposed to serve and protect.
Right.
Man,
Right.
the wickedness of this nation, and its origins of wickedness. That's just to bring it back around. It's the origins of their wickedness.
Right.
Hey, Hezekiah.
Yeah.
I just sent something to you to pull up. Let me see. Let me see if I got it right. Hold on, Hezzy. To go along with this tonight about I sent it to you on the phone. If you can put it in the chat, because I want to
Oh,
read that second Ezra 13 and 40 to show the people that Christopher Columbus knew about this place. He knew
Mm.
it, and we can show that on the screen as well as we read along. But let's get second Ezra 13 and start. I think it's 40. Let me go to make sure. So we can put this in the chat and let them read this so they can see that Christopher Columbus, I think it's, yeah, we'll start at 40. Second Ezra 13 and 40 on down, and we'll pull that up and read along both of these to show the connection to go right along to show you that he had the Bible and he was overlooking it and scanning it as well. That's how he knew about this place. You know, the Bible says, "Let God be true and every man a lie," man. So we gotta connect the puzzle pieces so we can see the full picture. And this is what's very important for our people to learn how to do. Study to show yourself approved, man. Remove the lies as a blindfold off your eyes and stuff, and understand the Most High cannot lie. He can't tell a lie. He can't contradict himself at all, man. It ain't like this was a surprise to him. He knew that this was going to happen. Put it on the spirit of the mighty brother Ezra, and he wrote it in the books, man, so that the people can see it, the people can follow along and understand that this man is from the devil, from the nation of the devils, deceiver. They came out and told you that, yes, we found this land before. You know, they taught that to us in school. We used to call these guys forefathers. Oh, yeah, that's our forefathers. What? I mean, our forefathers, that's their forefathers.
Right.
Our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
That's right.
They didn't tell us that. No, they said ours was George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, Thomas Edison, all these other guys, white guys, man. But let's continue to show the brothers and sisters, man, that Christopher Columbus knew about it. He sure did. He sure did. That man was a devil, a deceiver, and he came along, man, and he did what he was created to do. And we need to bring that out, man, and show the people. Let them read it for it on the screen.
I got it whenever you're ready.
Oh, you ready? Can you pull that up? We'll read 2nd Ezra 13 and 40 on down. Yeah.
Can you read that?
Yeah.
Or you can see it on the screen? Okay.
Okay, let's read 2nd Ezra 13 and 40 because y'all brought this out earlier. We want to show the people that it is in the Bible so they don't say, where is that at in the Bible? Oh, we're going to show you.
All right, I got you. This is 2nd Ezra 13 and verse 40. Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Hosea the king, or OC the king, whom Salmanassar, the king of Assyria, led away captive. And he carried them over the waters, and so came they into another land.
Mm-hmm.
But they took this counsel among themselves, that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt.
So they decided to leave the heathen. We don't want to stay here amongst the heathen. We're going to leave. We're going to go to another part of the country, into a land that had no mankind. No man was there.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Keep on going out.
Con. Verse 42. That they might dare keep their statutes, which they never kept in their own land.
Because you brought that out earlier to show the people, man, that we brought, when we came over to this land, we kept them laws. We kept them. It's ingrained. There's I believe it's a book. It's called the 10 Commandments. It was I can't remember what's called, the Stones. I can't remember the name of that book. I'm gonna have to get that again, man. It's here somewhere. I do have it amongst myself, but it showed where the 10 Commandments, they engraved them on stones when they came over here. That's still visible as we speak today. Let's keep going out.
Con. Verse 43. And they entered into Euphrates by the narrow place of the river. For the Most High had showed signs for them, and had stilled the floods till they were passed over.
So Hezekiah told you earlier that the Lord protected them. He watched over them. He calmed the storms and the floods so that they could get to this land.
Verse 45. For through that country there was a great way to go, namely 1.5 years. In the same region is called Arsareth.
So let's see what this is on here that we put up on the screen about Arsareth, why it was spoken about in the Bible. And let's see what happens here as we begin to read.
This is Arsareth, out of this the Jewish encyclopedia. And it reads, it says, the name of the land beyond the great river, far away from the habitation of man, which the 10 tribes of Israel will dwell, observing the laws of Moses unto the time of restoration, according to this actually says fourth Ezra's in 45, which it could probably be the how they numbered the books back then, right? It says Columbus identified America with this land.
Hmm.
Oof,
Wow.
with that land, Arsaras, where the 10 tribes were going to dwell.
Hmm. Right.
Man.
That's crazy.
Wow. That's crazy. A lot of people don't know that though. A lot of people don't dive deep, man, and they don't allow the spirit to lead them and show them these secrets, man. Unveil the secrets of Esau and his evilness, man. Talking about this man came, the Lord said he showed them signs. He has never shown signs to outside of Israel, man. He gonna show signs to his people, man. Right? He protected them and allowed them to come, and they kept the law when they got over. They wrote it on rotten stone, man. And here this devil is coming along, man. Now he's all of a sudden the founder, as if to say the so-called white man is the one that found life. Come on, man. Let us stop playing games, man.
And
Great point. And Brother Frank said they talk about it in Babylon Timbuktu.
Right.
Yeah.
On point.
I got a precept for that too.
All right.
Job 12 and 22.
All right. It's Job 12 and verse 22. And it reads, He discovered deep things out of darkness and bringeth out to light, Salakia, and bringeth out to light the shadow of death.
All right. Just like the Brother Chief pulled out, man. I mean, you wouldn't have known this without this Apocrypha, right?
Right. Right.
The Lord is going to bring these deep things into the light for us to figure out.
That's right. Right. Time.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. Yeah, that's a beautiful thing to have the knowledge that's passed on from our forefathers.
Right.
So that we can bring it to our people today.
Time.
Right.
Beautiful.
And beautiful. All praises. I'm just glad that we could bust this myth that Thanksgiving is about coming together as a nation, as a whole. All people except you Negroes. except you Israelites.
Death to the Babylonians.
Right, death to the Babylonians. That's right.
I'm just saying, I can see all them now, Israelites, man, going to war. I'm like, yeah, boy. So,
man, I'm just glad to be in the knowledge of the truth, so that I can, so I can live my life right. And pray to see the day that the Lord's vengeance gets brought upon the heathen.
Right.
To bind their kings with chains.
That's right.
And their nobles with feathers of iron.
Done. Good.
Yep.
All praise the Most High.
All praises the Most High. Man, that was a lesson.
It was.
I hope it was edifying. I'll later on I'll put the links to these videos, to this video for the stunning truth of the darkness behind Thanksgiving. I'll put that in there so that y'all can have, and hopefully this is something you can bring up to your families next year. Hopefully we'll have this lesson out ahead of time, so it's not on the day, but that you can show it to them on that day. So
right.
But all praise to the Most High, letting us be able to bring out this information.
All praise.
Any of y'all brothers got anything?
Man, it's a beautiful lesson. Glad to be a part of it. I'm glad I ain't left yet, so I can be a part of this.
Right.
Yeah, I love when we have the opportunity to bring the truth out, whether it be Thursdays or at camp. There's probably somebody that didn't know any of this today that's been edified, and now he can go and tell his people. Right.
That's right.
All praise to the Most High God, man.
All praise to the Most High God. You got anything, Chief?
Oh, he went to the bathroom.
He said, I'm out. Hey, hey,
Yeah. Our praises, man, to the Most High God, man. Beautiful lesson, man. Hope it's be edifying for our brothers and sisters, man, so they can come together and stop celebrating Thanksgiving, knowing what it represents, knowing what it's signifying. And brothers can now say, no, man, if I'm going to have a Thanksgiving time, it's going to be with the true nation of Israel. We're going to come together and be thankful, man, sit around and fellowship, read our book, and remember what our forefathers, our true forefathers, man. So all praise to the Most High for the lesson tonight.
That's right.
praise to the Most High. Hey, and with that, let's close us out.
Yeah. Oh.
Don't go nowhere yet, G.
Oh no! They're dancing.
We need one of your legendary outros.
Right. Let's you want me to read it for you, or
if you don't mind.
Isaiah 61 and verse 3. To appoint unto them that mourn in Zion, to give unto them beauty for ashes, the oil of joy for mourning, the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness, that they may be called trees of righteousness, the planting of the Lord, that he might be glorified.
All praises to the Most High. I guess all praises to the Most High.
All praise.
Hey, beautiful lesson. Hey, this is Psalms 133, right? All together. How beautiful is the unity of brethren. Because we come together like it's a givish lesson. So all praises to the Most High for that. Hey, and with that, I am Hezekiah the servant.
I'm Officer Yaden.
Oh, y'all know what it's time, man. Chief Yamea, man, the true gunslayer. All right.
There we go. All praises to the Most High. Hey, the water for everybody catching tonight's class. If you're watching it now, you were with us. See it in the future. The water for catching it, watching it. Hey, like, share, subscribe. Get it out. Get this information. Spread it out through the four corners of the internet. And with that, shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.